The basic concept of pickup points is you break up your shoots into 15-minute chunks. Now, if you are doing a mini session, you are essentially just doing one of those chunks. If you are doing a full session, then you would do four of those chunks. And this also gives you a lot more variety if you wanted to do, say, um, a 15-minute session, a 30-minute session versus a 1 hour session, right? So you can break up your packages in different ways. But knowing that I can achieve something in 15 minutes gave me a lot of empowerment. Um, so for me, I have 6 pickup points. You are always welcome to create your own pickup points, or you can use mine. But I found that the way that I created this was I sat down and I looked at all of my favorite poses, and what I realized is that they all basically boil down to one of 6 main poses, or a combination of. Once I realized that, I was like, I don't have to learn long list anymore. There's 4 essential pickup points that I have to get through. If it is a full session, I spend about 10 to 15 minutes per pickup points: cake toppers, walk, run, cheek to cheek, or prom. If we finish fast, if the energy is still good, then I have 2 bonus pickup points I go to, which is carry and laying down. If we don't get to it, it's okay, because I know that with the 4, I have delivered a full session. If it is a mini session, I might do just 1 pickup point, or I might do 5 minutes of each pickup points, or like 3 to 4 minutes of each pickup points. So that takes you to like 15 to 20 minutes shoot. But this is going to guarantee that you have a full session where people will get exactly all the different poses that they have come to expect. So the first pickup points is cake topper. Cake topper is where it's kind of like a good starting point because it's a little bit stiff. This is where I have everyone just stand still. This is also where I don't know what their personalities are yet. So why don't we just start being really stiff first? And I tell them to pretend that they are on top of a cake. Can't you just see this family right here just creating little figurines of them and putting them on top of a cake? That'd be so cute, right? That was how my inspiration for cake topper came. Like, let me just get them in cute little poses. It's going to be stiff, but that's okay. Cake topper is not about the emotions yet. Cake topper is a starting point. It is basically getting them into good composition. That's the key of cake toppers. So you can see here, they are kind of like in a triangle, right? They're creating the shape of a triangle here. This is just so that I can get good composition first before I can go into emotions. It can also look something like this. I use this on a wedding day with flower girls and a ring bearer, getting them together. But it is stiff, but it is also very cute, and it is likely to be the picture that a parent would frame. Grandparents might frame, right? The picture of this brother and sister here is going to be priceless for grandparents. They ordered tons of prints of it. Their parents ordered tons of prints of it. It's also great for kind of novelty stuff like this. This was me and my boys. It was a self-portrait on self-timer. I don't have time to direct them very much in that case. And they're kind of unpredictable, my kids. So let's just do cake topper because I know I can get something kind of just cute out of it, right? I also used it for newborns and their stuffed animals. So this is a good starting point. Again, it's not going to be like the point of this one is not emotion. And like I said, the very base of your pyramid, remember I said, is your vision. So you have to ask, what is the why? For this, I'm trying to create an art piece here. I'm trying to create something that will go up on a wall, or something that grandma would want up on a wall. You can spread them out. These all look like little individual cake toppers. They don't have to be warmed up to me. That's why this is such a great place to start when you're posing, because this is while you're warming them up. You get them in good composition. You can see this one is again, has that triangle happening here. So it looks good. And then you can start playing with them and seeing what emotions come out. Like, well, this one, the baby was actually crying. So if she's crying, all right, let's do cake topper, but look the other direction. And I love how it came out. This is actually a greeting card company licensed this for me. So it's a great art piece in that way, right? You can play up on that kind of stiff and stoicness or crying in this situation. But from there, the cake topper then develops to other fun things like, hey, can you dance? Can you twirl them? Right? As they're getting more and more comfortable with me now, I can start to play around with it. This was a funny outtake. The baby was falling asleep literally, and to me the dog's like, "Hey, like, what's wrong with you?" So these are like just funny outtakes that come from it. Um, from there, I think Cake Topper naturally goes to walk and run really nicely, which adds movement to it. This is also a good way if they are feeling a little bit nervous to make them look relaxed without them realizing that you're taking a picture of them. So for this one, if there is any situation where they can stand on, you can see there's a log right here because the child was not wanting to cooperate. They wanted to run instead. Just like pets, if you can find something for them to stand on, that is going to help you control and keep them in one place. So I found the log and I was like, hey, can you guys balance across the log as a family? Hold hands and balance across. And at that time, I tell mom and dad what I'm going to do. So I tell them, like, hey, look up and smile at me. Okay. And then it's like, all right. Then I do something to get the kids' attention. And then I have that nice, perfect little family photo of them. But there's still action to it. There's personality to it. I didn't tell him to do that. That was just him like balancing and having fun with it. You can also have them walk away from you. You can have them walk towards you. The wonderful thing about this is that they often don't even realize the picture is being taken. So this picture here where they're walking away from me, they didn't know that I was actually taking the picture, but I got the kid's attention. I made a joke. He looked back and smiled. And like, what a wonderful moment that is. That is something that can hang on a wall that looks like art, but is actually them and is very personalized for them. The next pickup points is cheek to cheek. This is my traditional photo. This is the photo that I know mom and dad's going to want to print. This is the one that grandma is going to want to print. So from cheek to cheek can easily turn into nose to nose. And you can even do that with a toddler. You can do that with a baby still in the belly, right? But the idea is that cheek to cheek reminds you of what to go next. So just to kind of recap a little bit, I did the cake topper. I did it for as much as I can do, right? Okay, stand there, stand like this. Then I try to get some reactions out of them, maybe some kissing, some jumping, some running, right? Now it's turning into walk and run. Okay, now run away from me, walk away from me. Ooh, can you do a jump at the end of it? Can you do a kiss at the end of it? Can you throw your baby up in the air at the end of it, right? So suddenly I'm at a standstill. I'm out of ideas. Okay, let's move on to cheek then. Okay, these are going to be the traditional photos now for mom and dad, right? The key, if you're going to do nose to nose with them, is you want to make sure that they don't smush their nose. So when I do cheek to cheek, I love getting them cheek to cheek like this because I love how it gets them close. It's much better than when they just stand. Because if you just say, take a picture together, they're just going to stand there together and they'll probably be something like this. But if you can get them to go cheek to cheek, and even better, have them lean towards the camera a little bit, it's going to look a lot more intimate and more warm. Now, from there, I can then turn and go, oh, go nose to nose now. So then now they're already in position. They just have to turn and go nose to nose with each other. At nose to nose, make sure they're not doing this where their nose is being smushed, right? It's a gentle nose to nose, like barely just tap, barely contact. You can also have multiple people kissing. So I call this like a waterfall of kisses. So mom kiss dad, dad kiss baby, right? And you have some like really nice synergy going on here. But same thing, don't smush your nose when you're kissing. This is also great for if there is a child, a fur baby, who doesn't want to um, cooperate, who doesn't want to be in the picture with mom and dad. Great. Okay, mom and dad, you guys go nose to nose while I figure out what your child wants to do. So I have mom and dad just hold that moment there. They are frozen in this nose to nose or kissing moment. And at that time, I am waiting to see what I can get the fur baby or child to do. Oh, fur baby, willing to balance on the log. All right, you sit there, right? Then it was able to create like an artistic photo from it. And then once I got the fur baby to cooperate, I'm able to even tell the parents to now come closer to the fur baby so that there's not so much depth of field going on. Then I can get the whole family portrait together. Same thing with the child. The child was running around and not wanting to stay for formal family photos. That's fine. Let's do something creative with it. Mom and dad, you stay back there or you just stay put while I figure out what your daughter's willing to do. And then at that point, I don't have to worry about posing them anymore because they at least look cute. I can worry only about posing the child. So the child, ooh, will you walk with me? Okay, cool, we'll walk. Ooh, can you run up and hug mama's leg? Will she do that? Let's see. Okay. Oh, she's running to mom. Awesome. That's another shot. Ooh, mom, when she comes to you, hug her. You guys come down and hug her and embrace her, right? Then now that's like another cheek to cheek where they're all hugging each other and their faces are really closely. So let's say I've maxed out all of my cheek to cheek ideas. I'm stuck again. I've hit that wall again. Ooh, I don't know what to do next. All right. Then I go to what I call prom. Prom is just having one person hug from the behind. When prom for couples started off literally as the old school prom picture where one is behind the other person. But with kids, I love it when the kids hug parents from behind. It's playful, it's close, it makes them way more intimate than than if you were just side by side. Yes, that's what the purpose of cheek to cheek is. Prom gives you a different variation and a different pose, a different option now as well. So you can also have parents hug the child. You can have parents prom the child instead. And then when the child's promming the parent, you can move on to other silly things like stand up. And then now the child's cracking up because the child's floating in the air, right? So the idea of pickup points is it's supposed to spark inspiration. It's not set in stone. It's not a rigid like structure that you have to follow. It's 4 to 6 points that you can fall back on or jump forward to when you find yourself stuck and need a little boost of inspiration. Um, this is also going to help you avoid repeating repetitive poses because you will have known that, oh, I already did cheek to cheek. Let me do some prom now. That way, it'll give you different variations.